In this video, we're going to be factoring the difference of squares. So we're going to be given two terms. That's a key indication that this is difference of two squares. And it's going to be something that is subtracted. So we're going to be given two different things being subtracted, and they're going to be square numbers. So here, the basic example is x squared minus y squared. Notice the parentheses show what is being squared. And when we have this pattern, what we're actually going to be able to do is rewrite this as whatever's in the first, here indicated as x, whatever's in the second, indicated as y. We're going to put two different parentheses with x and y, whatever those items might be, whatever's being squared, and one is going to be plus and one's going to be minus. What happens when we multiply these out is we are left with x squared, we're left with negative y squared, and then the middle term right here, when we multiply it out, will actually cancel out. And that's due to the signs being different on our factored form. So as we look at these, we're going to look at a couple of examples. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to actually put it in this form so that we can take it easily to the factored form. So here we have 9 minus 16x squared. Things that are key indicators. Two terms. That's big. Also 9 and 16. You see these, like 9 is 3 squared. 16 is 4 squared. So we can take each of these items and we're going to write it as something squared. So our first one, 9 is something squared. What would we put in there? We'd put a 3 in there. 16x squared, what would we put in there that would be something squared that would be equivalent to what we had above? That would be 4x. Now, using the exact same thing that we did on this form above, we have 3 and we have 4x. So it's 3 minus 4x and 3 plus 4x. And that's our factored form. If we want to be absolutely sure, let's multiply it back out. We should always get what we started out with when it's in factored form. Number 2, 25y squared minus 81. We see 25, we see 81. These are square numbers. We also see subtraction. If it's addition, we can't do it, so it has to be subtraction. You see, just like number 1, it is subtracting here. So our first step, write it as the difference of squares. What is being squared? To get 25y squared, that is 5y. What is being squared that is equivalent to 81? That's 9. So now we have 5y, which was our first item. We have 9, so it's 5y minus 9. And then it's 5y plus 9. And that's the factored form. The last example, this is the most basic example, we saved it for last. X squared minus 4. Well, x squared is the same as x squared. I know that looks a little odd. Minus, let's do something squared to get 4, which is 2. So if I take that to factored form, it's x minus 2 and x plus 2. To be absolutely sure that we factored it completely and it's equivalent to what we started with, which is factored, like the definition of factored form, we want to get something that's equivalent to what we started with, multiply it out, and see if we get back to that. Factored form is really just things that are being multiplied together that would get us to our standard form. Thanks for checking it out. Can't wait to see you next time.